there, it's Tracy. Welcome back to another Kendra's Card Challenge video. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, and we are working on challenge number 16, October 1st through December 31st, where you make 15 cards with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper and enter to win prizes. Over $1,000 worth of prizes. And today's super sponsor is Gina K, who is giving away a $25 gift card. So thank you so much, Gina. You rock. All right, and we'll be working today on sketch number 9. Let's get going. All right, so we're going to do a couple of little fancy tricks here today, but I'm going to show you what I'll be using. I'm going to be using the Gina K Designs Festive Phrases stamp and die set. So I'm going to be using the Merry and Bright, and I'm going to be using the coordinating die, which is, and also, spit it out, I'll be using the snowflakes. So, to get started, let's take a look at sketch number 9. It almost looks like a Polaroid. We're going to do this one. It's super easy. They're all really easy this time, and that really makes me happy. So, because I like easy. And I've already cut my things, and I'm going to be using some blue denim Gina K ink, some Wow Catherine Pooler embossing powder, and some perfect pearls. And I'll also be using a Gina K white amalgam ink. And so the pieces that I have cut is I have basically the biggest silver piece is going to be the on the card base, and then the blue will be a matte layer, and then I'll have a different kind of silver as a matte layer for the center layer. And then I've got some blue paper for my snowflakes, and then I've got my little flags, which are 2 different kinds of silver. So I'm doing mixed silvers today and shiny things. And then I have a white piece of paper that I'm going to stamp my cinnamon out on. And here's the fun thing about Perfect Pearls is you can use it on top of colors as well. And here's the trick. So first I'll stamp out the sentiment. I knew I'd get that spit out. And while I'm doing that, I just wanted to remind you that this is a hop and there's a prize involved. So if you will look down below in the description box, you will see an entry form. And if you follow along the hop, you'll have that many chances to enter. So good luck to you. And this may take a few stamps because A, I'm using a tiny stamping pad, and B, it's a brand new stamp with a lot of surface. So, in a case like that, rather than press real hard, just do a lot of coats. Now I'm going to top that with some embossing ink. And that's where the magic's going to happen with the Perfect Pearls. So I'll take my Perfect Pearls, and this is just a blue. Forever Blue is what it's called. You could even do it, with any color of Perfect Pearls you wanted to. I'm just going to tap my little fluffy brush into there, and I'm just going to kind of rub that Perfect Pearls right onto that embossing ink. And you don't need a whole lot, so a little thing of Perfect Pearls will last you forever. And so now suddenly our navy blue sentiment is now also kind of pearly, I guess, right? So I'm just going to brush off the excess, and look at that shine. Isn't that gorgeous? Then I'll just move my paper aside, and I will cut that off camera. But first I'm going to take a clean paper towel and just kind of wipe off any more excess Perfect Pearls. And there we have our shiny Merry and Bright right there. So I'll get that cut off camera. So that's ready to go. I'll put it in my little pile, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my snowflakes. So I'm going to be doing those on the blue paper. And this is just some blue paper from my stash. So just keep in mind that you don't always have to use pattern paper. You can make your own pattern paper. You can take the sketch at anywhere you want. And this is what I love about doing Kendra's Card Challenge, is the ability to have that jumping off point and then go where I want with it. And still having some sort of a plan. So I guess that's the main thing that I'm trying to get through. And I'm going to stamp out all 6 of these little snowflake stamps. And Gina K generously sent us the products. Now, this product I had in my stash, and I also had in my stash the product that she sent me, so I've got a duplicate there. But it was not a Christmas product. It's still a beautiful product, but it wasn't a Christmas product, and I'm doing Christmas cards right now, so I chose this one instead. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp out these little snowflakes, and you want to be careful. This ink is really, really juicy, and you don't want your stamp to get too juicy. So just lightly tap down on the stamps. It's better to do several light coats than trying to get it all in one, because when you do an ink like this, it'll smush out and you'll lose some of the detail in your stamp. So it's better to do with more than one coat. So I'm just, again, lightly tapping, making sure that I don't have a bunch collected down inside of the stamp. And this stuff stays nice and wet, so you can pour embossing powder over it without having to add extra embossing ink. So when notice I'm not pressing hard, I'm just kind of putting a little bit of weight on it. And then I'll go ahead and get out my scrap paper here. And I'll go ahead and pour my embossing ink over, and this is where I'll be using the halo. So I want all kinds of sparkle and shine on this card. And so hopefully you'll follow along this hop and see what everyone else is doing with the wonderful Gina K products. And visit our super sponsor. So, okay, I've done off camera, cut and colored everything, and I've stamped the Merry Christmas from the same stamp set on the inside. And I'll decorate the inside as well, but I'll do that off camera. So I'm going to take my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 silver piece, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down, or use that twirly thingy. What is that thing? Yeah, that thing, that ATG, to get this fastened down. Y'all know I struggle with this thing, but with the particular paper that I'm using, it really shows up glue terribly from underneath. So these are the cases where you want to use a dry adhesive. So there, I'm just going to go ahead and get that stuck down. So everything you need to know about Kendra's card challenge is listed in my description box below, including links to her intro videos, links to Kendra's Patreon, how you can join the contest to win prizes, etc. So don't forget to check that out if you haven't already. I suspect that a good portion of my viewers today are highly familiar with Kendra's card challenge, so I'm loving this challenge 16. But this is tis the season when we are making our Christmas cards so that we can get them shipped out on time. Then I'll go ahead and glue this navy blue piece down to that silvery kind of matte piece. Let me get that off of there so I don't get glue on there, because this will be slick. So in cases like this, obviously that silvery paper is really slick, so you want to kind of be gentle with it when you're pressing down so you don't slippy slide your base layer on your mat and get it everywhere. So I'll go ahead and lay down my flags, and it doesn't matter that they're longer than they need to be, because they're going to be hidden by that little sort of Polaroid looking idea. So I'll lay down the first one, and you don't see it in front of me, but I am looking at the sketch while I do this, just so I can kind of get my placement, similar, straight adjacent, however you want to say it. Let's grab the sparkly silver. So this is a totally different silver paper, and it's a really thin paper. In hindsight, I probably would have used a dry adhesive on that as well, but most of where I put the glue is going to be buried underneath that next layer, and that's why I purposely didn't put glue closer to the bottom so that I didn't have glue marks underneath my silver paper. And I will pop this one up. So let me find some kind of thicker foam tape here so I can get this popped up. Here I found this 1 inch. That's helpful. Sometimes I have foam tape. I don't know about you guys, but I have foam tape everywhere. I have a spot where I keep it, but some rolls don't necessarily fit into the spot, my designated drawer for foam tape, things like that. So I've got to try and remember where I designated put that foam tape. All right, and this is not a super high profile foam tape. I don't want it too high. I want to be able to mail this. And I will be adding embellishments, so I'll go ahead and peel that foam tape off, and then I will also add some liquid glue so that if I need to, if I set it down wrong, I can fix it right away. Because for me, I almost always set things down wrong. It's just, especially when I'm filming, because I'm trying not to get my head in the frame, so I can't be directly over what I'm working with, because you guys don't want to see my crazy hair. And I'm trying to make sure that that's even along the top and sides. And there we've got that set down, and we're almost finished. I'm going to glue down my Merry and Bright, and I'm going to add my snowflakes. And I'm just kind of auditioning where I want them to go. As you know, that's kind of how I roll when I'm creating a card. Do I want this straight? No, I want it kind of catty corner. I feel like it just fills the space better and is more conducive to putting snowflakes. So I'll kind of put my shiny Merry and Bright that we did with the Perfect Pearls. So try playing around with Perfect Pearls on top of colored ink, because you get some pretty neat effects. And you know me, I'm the mad scientist. I like to experiment. So I'm going to pop up my snowflakes here, and I've got these little round dots. And I'm not sure where I got these, but I do struggle with them sometimes, sticking to the, like they weren't cut completely or something. I don't know. So I'm going to put one here, and it's okay if it's a little bit over my M. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And then just kind of lay them down fairly randomly, but not really. I'm trying to fill in the space so that it's, you know, pleasing to the eye there. So the Merry and Bright sitting crooked makes sense. I guess that's how I'd put it. Let's put one down here, and I will put an odd number, just because, again, that's another thing that's more pleasing to the eye, keeping things kind of in a triangle shape. So let's put a couple more down here. I think I might definitely I'm going to put one right there. And I do have one left over, and I do end up putting it on the inside, just so I don't have a random stray blue and silver snowflake floating around. Put him right here. And let's see, where do we want him? Yeah, I think we'll put him right next to the and. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you like this card, and you know, consider doing this for yourself. That you can't go wrong with that particular stamp and die set, because it's just sentiments. I mean, you can use them everywhere. There's not, you know, there's no snowman, there's just snow. So this could be a winter card, it could be a Christmas card, it can be whatever you want it to be. So I'm adding some little, these are sort of sparkly spot embellishments that when the glue dries, they'll be clear, just to kind of bump up those snowflakes. And that's this card. I hope you like it. Hey, if you do like this video, consider giving me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below. I like to hear from you. You know, you like it, you don't like it, what you don't like, what I could do better on my videos. I'm here for you. So here's a still photo, and thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. Bye-bye.